I'm not sure how to check if this is getting there. I'm shorter than that, and you can see that in the screen. Happy, healthy and doing well, and I hope you all are happy, healthy and doing well. Right now, I don't know why I've got you on. This is just a catch up on the Charger 2 and testing if I can do live streaming and how this social media stuff works. BLUETTI, I kept calling it BLUETTI in the last one, but that's a microphone. But it's BLUETTI. I can't never pronounce it correctly. Anyway, Charger 2 and this company, they've been good. They have been good. If in the last video, if you're not seeing it, go and view it. It's kind of long-winded, and it's just a test piece video as well. About this power supply plus the Apex 300, under advisement of other YouTubers, van lifers, because that's what I am. I'm a van lifer. I should start off with introducing myself. Right, I'm Carl. I'm a 50-year-old man. Been van lifing for about 6 years. More out of necessity than choice, but that's a whole different story. And for my 50th birthday this year, I am invested in this and the Apex 300 to help me get through winters. But I've had headaches from start to finish since I had this first setup. The first one of these had a cascading problem, literally one alarm after another, and then it just stopped. So I called them up. They were fairly good. They asked for some reports. I gave it to them. They said, well, we're just going to replace it, and they gave me a replacement. And then I wasn't happy. I just want it because it's a lot of money. I just want to give it back at that point. So anyway, I got it, and it seemed to be okay. And then it hits when the Apex reached 100%. It alarm after alarm, and it wouldn't stop unless I physically turned off the Charger 2. It was a P16 warning. I don't know exactly what it was. Chat had I did like a log, a captain's log on reporting on it, and this went on for about 3 or 4 days, and then I contacted BLUETTI again, and they have offered me another replacement. At this point, I'm starting to think, you know what, this is a headache. So I accepted it begrudgingly. However, I've got to play the game right now. They've got a lot of my money, and if I want it back, then I've got to play. Third one comes, fit it. Surprising, it works. No faults, no P16, no alarm bells ringing. But in the processes of me using this, I did notice when I've got everything switched off and I go to bed and then I wake up in the morning, I have a power drain for no reason. I thought perhaps it's just the app catching up with the data, but then I start doing screenshots and then doing screenshots of the screen of the Apex in the morning, and there was a difference. Now I thought maybe it's this the software catching up, and it's like a buffering thing. I don't know. But then it starts getting to like 5%, 5-6%. And you start thinking, well, that's not just a calculation problem. And I've had it a few weeks now. So this weekend, I had a great idea with help with chat to solve this problem. What I did is I unplugged the whole system, so it's not connected to anything. No solar, no Charger 2, nothing. Just stay on its own, and I left it a whole 12 hours, and then in that 12 hours it's dropped 3%. Okay, thought right, it could still be a hardware trying to catch up with what it's got in it. So I thought, right, I'm going to leave it 24 hours, still not plug it in. I'm going to leave it just as it is, not plug it in, not use it, because I'm in a campsite. I can just use shore power and grid power, so I've got no hassle. 24 hours later, it loses another 4%. So now we're in the realms of there's a problem. there's a problem. In my head, that go no good. Especially in the summertime, not too bad. You got solar, it can catch up. It can sort of catch up with them sort of power drains and all the rest of it. But they shouldn't be on such a. It's meant to be a premium product. It's not right. It's not correct. So now what we're doing is I've contacted the company yet again, and I'm just waiting for a reply. So that's about it, really. I don't know what else to add to that. I might ask chat. Okay. I've just said to my audience, or whoever may be watching or may be interested, what's happened so far with the whole scenario with the Charger 2 and the problem I've got with now the Apex. Is there anything else that you might think I need to add? Let's have a look.
One thing I think is worth adding is what changed your mind, not the technical details, the logic. Something like, open quote, "A few weeks ago I was convinced the Charger 2 was the cause of everything. That seemed reasonable because it was throwing SR16 errors, shutting down and behaving strangely. But once BLUETTI replaced it and the Mark III started behaving properly, I had to follow the evidence. The SR16 errors disappeared, charging to 100% worked, yet I was still seeing battery percentage reductions. That's what led me to start isolating the Apex itself." Close quote. That demonstrates you're not just looking for something to blame. The other thing worth mentioning is, open quote, "I'm not saying the Apex is faulty. I'm saying the Apex reported a reduction from 98% to 92% while isolated."
Yeah, it all sounds like it's faulty to me.
Close quote. That's an important distinction. The only other thing I'd add is the practical impact. Open quote. "In summer, this might not be noticeable because solar can
already
replace
covered
the
that one.
energy. In winter, when every watt hour matters,
Yeah.
that's where this becomes important."
And that's the whole idea it was bought for.
That explains why you're spending so much time on it.
Yeah.
The one thing I would avoid saying is, open quote, "I've proved the Apex is losing 166 watt-hour," close quote, because you haven't proved that yet. What you've proved is, open quote, "The Apex reported a 6% reduction while isolated," close quote. That's a very strong observation. It's just not yet the same thing as proving 166 bars physically disappeared. Apart from that, I think you've got the story about right. Charger 2 was the original problem. Mark 3 appears much improved. The investigation unexpectedly shifted towards the Apex itself. You're now waiting for BLUETTI's response while continuing to collect evidence.
Well, there you go. That's pretty much it. So, yeah. I hope that's all clear. It's my first time of doing all this. If you like this sort of information, I don't want it to be, it's not going to be, don't worry, this channel is not meant to be for this. It's just, that's what seems to be happening to me right now. And it's part of van life. The whole concept of this channel is, I'm going to come out of this one, is to show my interactions with is to show my interactions with AI, and we do a channel at the same time. So I'm doing now. I'm just going to catch you up now. I'm doing a live stream, and I'm just telling the audience kind of what the channel concept's about. Not just all the Charger 2 problems and all that. We've done that bit. We've moved on. So yeah, it's just about an old man trying to survive, really. I've got an old Fiat Ducato motorhome. She's 33 years old, and trust me, she lets me know she's 33 years old. I mean, I've probably spent more time in the garage with this one this vehicle than any other vehicle I've owned in the past. But that being said, I love it. I really love this van. It's home.